Happy holidays. Yes, it's that time of the year again, Christmas. Hi, my name's Narissa. This year, as we celebrate Christmas, I implore you not to take Christ out of Christmas. To our customers and listeners, new and old alike, thank you for your continued support. And as we look forward to a new year, we encourage you to keep listening to WeFM. Merry Christmas from all of us to you.
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
Activated Mornings on WeFM 99.9 is on now.
Welcome back, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The time is now 9:19. We came in a minute early. But this is our open forum segment to talk to me if you may, where you call in and we talk about anything you wish to talk about, what's bothering you, how you feel about the season, anything at all. The number to call 457-9997. Also the number to WhatsApp 457-9997. We're live on Facebook and YouTube this morning. Later this morning, however, we'll be joined by Shane Kudogan. If I'm not mistaken, Shane Kudogan is a sports ambassador here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the youngest ambassador.
You're not mistaken.
And he has a few accolades, but we should be joining us here in studio in a few minutes. Well, while we wait to speak to Shane, there's a story that came across the timeline. Was it yesterday or the day before? Involving the King of Soca, Marshall Montano. Justified title. Marshall Montano, the King of Soca, will not play an active role in Carnival 2024. Trinidad Carnival is usually in January, right? It's February.
February, March, depending on when
Okay.
Lent, Easter falls.
Okay. So he will not be playing an active role. He has 10 road match and 7 Soca Monarch titles. Fireman. Call on his fans to honor and respect his decision because he is back in school. What do you think about this?
Well, so I read this story yesterday, and I know that persons have been talking about him staying out of the competition and all that jazz, but I wasn't even focused on that. I was just impressed or pleased to see that a man who he's already made a name for himself within well, I wouldn't even say regional or on the international sphere with regards to soca. He's already made his money, he's already made his millions, but yet he's pursuing an MBA, right? And the reason why it was of interest to me is that we tend to think that sometimes somebody who has already made money in society doesn't necessarily need to further their education. And we could probably look at this, or I'm looking at this as something that he is doing for. So yes, he is a businessman, as in unto himself, he is a business. And I just thought it was commendable to see him furthering his education. Now, I know that he was given an honorary doctorate. The University of Trinidad and Tobago in 2018 awarded him an honorary doctorate, a degree of arts in 2018. But I always think it's so commendable when you see soca artists, because, you know, sometimes there is this perception that maybe soca is just something that you do maybe as a hobby, but not necessarily as a business, right? But we are seeing persons like Skinny making a business out of it. Bungie and Fayan making a business out of it. Marshall making a business out of it.
Oh, Skinny make a business out of it.
Skinny is a business. He is, because this is what he predominantly does. This is his industry. This is how he makes his living. He is a business unto himself. It's not a side income or anything of that sort, right? So unto himself, he is a business. You know, so it's always good when we see soca artists, you know, pursuing degrees, furthering their education. You know, I think it's something that younger persons can also look up to within society. If you look at somebody like Skinny also has a bachelor's. I'm not sure if it's in communications or journalism, but something along those lines. You know, so yeah, I just thought it was something of interest, something that I was happy to see. I know that persons tend to think that furthering your education is a way for you to gain money, to get money. And that's not always the case. Sometimes it's just you wanting to pursue a higher degree just to be able to test your knowledge, to test your skills, or even something that you wanted to do all the during your lifetime that you weren't able to accomplish. I remember there was a story a few years ago of a lady who she was an elderly lady. I can't exactly remember her age. Maybe she was like 70s, 80s, and she went and she did CXC subjects. And I remember when this story broke on social media, there were several persons commenting saying, what's the point of her doing these subjects? She's not going to use them to get a job and that kind of thing. And I just found it was so ridiculous at the time reading those comments because, there are goals that you may have had for yourself. You may not have been able to accomplish or gotten as far educationally due to various reasons. So sometimes when you do or see people pursuing higher education, it's not necessarily just to be able to gain employment or for employment purposes, but might be to achieve a lifelong goal or something that they wanted to do. So to me, it was commendable. It's something to note, and I think it's a positive thing in the eyes for young people to see. He's made his money, but he's still pursuing higher education. That's it. That's my point.
I don't know. I don't know. When I read this, I didn't really understand how you doing your MBA gonna contribute to you removing yourself from Carnival 2024.
You mean why announce it? Why he announced it?
No, I didn't understand why he's not taking part in Carnival 2024 at first when I just saw the headline. Because Marshall Montano plays a huge part in Trinidad and Tobago's Carnival. So I was wondering, why would you remove yourself from Carnival? A master shouldn't stop you from removing yourself from. That's odd. But then as I read, I saw that it's his thesis writing here. He's in second year and he's writing his thesis, and the workload is very heavy, he said. Marshall Montano is studying in the history of calypso, steel band, and mass, along with academic writing, history, and social sciences. That is a lot of work. History and social sciences, and then academic writing together. That's a lot of work. I guess he has people to manage his mass band and the different parties he has lined up for the season, because Marshall is part of Trinidad culture. So when I heard him removing himself from NBA, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. But it makes sense, and I'm sure he has plans in place because Marshall has already cemented himself in the history books as it relates to soca, and of course he is from the Mecca of calypso and soca. Marshall has been on stage with Drake, Rihanna, Ariana Grande.
International.
I think Marshall has a song with Ariana Grande and Major Lazer. Yeah.
I can't sing the whole thing, but I know
Marshall is really a great artist, really an amazing artist, and whatever he decides to do, he says he's doing it to set a foundation for the next Marshall Montano's coming up. Who knows? It could be Voice. Voice is an amazing artist to me, and I think studies in this area is quite important because here in St. Vincent, we don't have people who their bread and butter is soca. It's Skinny, Problem Child. Who else? Outside of Skinny and Problem Child, who else? Nobody else?
Yeah.
So what Marshall is doing is very, very, very important. And I think I could be subject to correction that he's friends with both Skinny and Problem Child. So maybe he can pass on his knowledge. Who knows?
Yep. But it's a good look. It's a good look.
Really, it's a good look. But
all right.
I wanna yeah.
All right. So just remember that this is the Talk to Me forum where you are free to call and to give your thoughts, opinions, or to join in our conversation or discussion. The number to call is 457-9997. Before we continue, there was a comment here from Babs in relation to Well, we made the point that we were not sure of the point of today's meeting between Venezuela. Yeah, okay, so we have a call. Hi, caller. Good morning. Hello. All right. So, Kamari, come. Let's see.
I'm not sure what is going on with WhatsApp today. WhatsApp should be fine. Yeah, WhatsApp is fine. I don't know.
All right, caller, could you call us directly, please, not through WhatsApp? Because we're not hearing you.
I'm not sure what's going on with the
Thanks.
WhatsApp call this morning.
All right, so Babs was making a point in relation to what we were saying with the meeting that's being held today. She's saying, guys, I really believe that there is some good that may come out of the meeting today. The fact that both Venezuela and Guyana have agreed to meet, as well as so many Caribbean leaders and even some from outside this region, is worth commending. Even though it has been said that the issue is not up for negotiation, it is the reason for bringing so many leaders together. So let's just wait and see. All right, we can take that. We can take that point. Yes, we're all waiting to see what is going to happen. All right. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Caller, I think you're talking too far away from your phone.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Okay. You are missing someone who's the richest soccer man in the business, Kevin Little.
Oh yes, Kevin Little. Oh yes. Sometimes I forget that soca. Sometimes I forget that soca.
He's the richest soccer man. He's richer than Montana in terms of music. You know that, right?
Really? We sure about that?
Yes, check it out.
I guess that
Turn me on make $40 million worth of music. Turn me on make $40 million of music. There's no other soca artist that kind of credit to their name.
Okay. Yes, it wasn't intentional that we omitted Kevin Little. So thank you for that.
Okay, and there's other people too who make big money out of soca from St. Vincent, not just Kevin Little and Skinny Fabulous.
Well, I know Beckett. I believe Beckett back in the day as well would have done so as well.
That's not soca.
Winston Sosa make good money too. Winston Sosa perform with a lot of people. People don't even know this thing because Winston Sosa opened up a lot of American artists.
Calypso?
No, Beckett also had soca.
With Winston Sosa,
It's not.
Winston Sosa just soca and Calypso man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But and Beckett is one of the only persons singing Apollo Theater.
Okay. Yes, I think I remember that. I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah. So you know.
Where can we find out this this information?
All right. So Ari
just Google Beckett.
Going to confirm the Kevin Little part of it. You mean? Kevin Little. I'm talking to you.
That was on Facebook for a long time when everybody was criticizing Kevin Little, saying he wasn't making money. And the Jamaican artist decided that he was making less money than anybody else. And then his wife, who is his manager, came out and denounced that and tell them exactly how much money he was making after Turn Me On alone.
I think there's a difference between how much the song made and how much he made from the song.
Excuse me, if a record sells for $40 million, how many were you making?
If a record sells for $40 million, there's a percentage that goes to the producer. There will be a percentage that goes to his manager. We don't know the arrangement exactly. So if a record makes 70, what do you say, 17?
The point I'm making to you is that there's no other song out there, no other soca song has made that kind of money. That's what I'm saying.
I wish.
Doesn't matter what percentage go where.
I wish soca stats were readily available, because I would like to see the numbers on this.
Okay, well, go on the Kevin Little page and question his wife. His wife is his manager.
Kevin Little wife will obviously say that, but I need to find somebody
why she will have
someplace. Why you raising your voice? Relax. Relax.
Why you think she will obviously lie?
Nobody is saying that she's lying, but she could only speak for Kevin Little. She can't speak for anybody else. Kevin Little wife
Excuse me,
can't
the
tell me how
record
much
is there.
Marshall is making.
The record is there.
Yeah, but where?
What-
That's what I'm
what-
asking. Where is the record?
Go on the music site and them, you will see who makes what money and who makes that. How you know how much Rihanna and them does make? They will tell you.
Because pop and hip hop and these different genres are properly journaled. There are different magazines and different media houses that properly journal these things. I have been here Googling, trying to find out what are the stats when it comes to soca artists, and all I'm seeing is reggae and dancehall and who is the best soca artist. I'm not seeing stats about their income.
Okay, well, I tell you what to go and look for it. Go and talk to the lady. Interview her. You're a journalist, interview her. That would be a good thing for you to talk about.
That's not a bad suggestion.
Right.
That's not a bad suggestion at all. Thank you.
And that's her job. She's in the industry, so she'll know the stats she'll give you. She will tell you. Interview her.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Kojo. Alrighty. So, Ari, this is where I need your help. So at this time, we are joined by several persons who are part of the Athletes in Action. Ari, the camera's still here. All right. So my apologies. Sorry for the delay. Persons listening to us live. All right. So we are joined in studio by Athletes in Action. So I'm going to just quickly ask them to introduce their names.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Shane Kudagan. I'm the founder of Athletes in Action. Joined today by I'll let them introduce themselves. So we brought some professional players from the United States who came down to help show the youth, what can be made of their sporting careers. So, go ahead, guys.
I'm Nolan. Good morning. I just graduated from Stanford with Shane, and yeah, I'm trying to go play professional soccer after this in the next coming months. So,
What's your name?
Nolan Evers.
Nolan Evers.
Evers, yeah.
Okay. Evers or Everest?
Evers.
Evers. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Good morning. I'm Husseini Buddha. Just like these two, I graduated from Stanford and I now play in the MLS.
Okay. Let me get a spelling for your name quickly, please.
Yeah. OUSSENIBOUDA.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And good morning. My name is Alexander Cyrus, part of the Athletes in Action Committee, and local. I just assisted my buddy here, Shane Kudagan.
All right. Good morning, fellas.
Morning.
So tell us more about Athletes in Action this morning.
Yeah, definitely. Well, morning once again, but I would say Athletes in Action formally is a non-profit organization, so it's a charitable organization, and our ultimate goal as an organization is to provide support to young athletes, young up-and-coming student athletes, showing them that a balance between their academics and their sporting careers is it's achievable. And we're doing that through highlighting some role models, persons who've been able to go on and achieve that for themselves, like myself and our other board, our other directors, Olex Anderson, Handel Roban. We combine in as many sporting minds as possible to be able to find any gaps that are there within the sporting landscape right now. And so the goal is to ultimately have that support system set up so that we can provide workshops to youth, we can provide forums to youth, we can provide showcase events where we can get scouts to come down and look at the talent that we have, because at the end of the day, we have a lot of untapped talent in St. Vincent, talent that goes unnoticed because of that lack of support, that lack of funding. And so our goal now is to provide that pathway where we can get corporate people on board, persons who are willing to help in any possible way, resources that they may have. And ultimately now, it's about either being able to achieve scholarship opportunities, so being able to go away and use your experience as a student athlete to get offers from coaches in the United States or other parts of the world, and that allows us to allow young Vincentians to go away, study for their studies, and then ultimately come back and feed our growing system of development, and bring back new ideas and education. And then also we hope to develop the avenue where for football and cricket, our biggest sports, for example, we have those pathways where they could also go pro. So the goal is just to show the youth that there is a life through sports and through combining sports and academics, and ultimately allow them to do as much as they can, while we do as much as we can to support them and make sure that they have what is necessary to do that.
Okay, Shane, if you could just tell us a bit about yourself, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
To give us an introduction as to who you are and all of that. Right.
Well, yeah, I'm 22 years old, and I'm the newest and youngest sports ambassador for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I attended the Tokyo Olympic Games in 2021. I'm a swimmer, a national swimmer. I'm also a national scholar in the year 2019. So I'm studying, and like I said, we're at Stanford together. So, my combination of sports and academics has allowed me to get to great heights. And, I think that we have so much more talent in Vinci, to be honest, and it's just about finding it and supporting it. So that's me in a nutshell. So yeah, 100%.
All right, Nolan, tell me a little about yourself.
All right, I'm from LA, so I was born and raised in SoCal. Been playing soccer my whole life. I didn't actually get recruited to Stanford. I got in for academics, and then I knew I wanted to keep playing. So then there's a process where I had to walk onto the team. And then since then, I've been playing with Stanford, and I just graduated. And me and Shane, we both studied human biology, so we're both on the pre-med track, maybe potentially considering med school after soccer. That's still in the works. So we're going to see how that all pans out. But yeah, we've been here for a few days now, and I've loved every second of it. So it's a beautiful country, and all the work that we're trying to do to help support the youth is super empowering. So
all right, thank you, Hosseini.
Hi, so yeah, I'm Hosseini Buddha. I was born in Burkina Faso in West Africa. I started playing soccer there. It was my goal to become a professional soccer player one day. And when I was 11 years old, I got recruited by an academy called the Right to Dream Academy, which is an academy based in Ghana that recruits and finds all these talented young football players around Africa, mainly in West Africa. It has now expanded to Egypt, and even the latest club in the MLS is owned by Right to Dream. You have a club in Denmark as well. So it's grown a lot. But basically in Ghana, you go to school and you train. And then at 15 years old, you could get a scholarship to come to the US, go to high school, and then go to university and play after. Or you stay there till you're 18 and become a professional soccer player in Europe. So some of my teammates growing up are now playing in the Premier League, playing for their various national teams and all of that. But I came to the US for high school in 2015, and then ended up going to Stanford, where I played there as well. And then 2 years ago, I signed my first professional contract in the MLS for the San Jose Earthquakes. So I've been playing there, and sports has changed my life. Football has been what I wanted to do since day one. But the thing about it is it has opened many doors for me and allowed me to meet so many people, and so many close friends like Shane, who was my roommate at Stanford. We got to know each other. He told me so much about St. Vincent, about the talent here and what kind of country it is. And then, so we've been planning this trip for a while. Myself and Nolan, we've been talking about this, and we wanted to come here. And it just, the timing was right for the start of this NGO. So Shane is deeply passionate about it, and I've come here and met his friends who are part of it as well. The young people in this country, I can see they deeply care about the country. They want to make a change. They want to improve. They want to do all these things, and it's very inspiring. We're really happy to be here, especially this week, and take part in this, and get to really know the youth, get to really know the country, play in this, and hopefully raise more awareness, and hopefully these athletes in action can get more support to keep growing.
Okay, Alexander.
Very good.
Yeah, so if you didn't catch me, my name is Alex Cyrus. Born in Puerto Rico, raised here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I myself started as a student athlete prior to COVID. And after the pandemic in 2020, it changed up a bit of things for me. I was a swimmer, part of the national team, so I'm alongside Shane Cadogan for many years. I've been fortunate enough to travel for the country, represent the flag, and compete in some of the biggest stages around the world. I've seen what sport can do, not just for education, but for, personal benefits also as a young man. And it's one of the most powerful things, and it's enabling also. And what it did for me at the time was great, but I unfortunately was one of those young men who lost a lot of those battles mentally, and I psyched myself out from early. So it's very inspiring to watch my friends like what I have with Shane continue to fly the flag for St. Vincent on the international stage, being a student athlete and competing for St. Vincent and the Grenadines around the world. And what we have here, this is a culmination of many years of conversations, and this is just the beginning. And when I say that, it's because this is we I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but with this we did a charity match back in 2020. And that was just that was a toy drive. That was the purpose of it. And we donated the toys to Salvation Army Orphanage. And this is something we always spoke about, coming to happen. We didn't have a date. We didn't know when, we're going to make it happen. But, years of planning and months of preparation led us to this moment now. And, fortunate enough to have these two young men here who are professional footballers. And I think what we're doing here this Saturday is going to be for a great cause. And I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah, I know I sabotaged my introduction there to just give a little bit more light into what it is we're here for. But, yeah.
So what's happening Saturday?
So there you go.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So right now, to anybody hearing us on the airwaves right now, we have a charity football match. It's called Champions of Change. It's the Athletes in Action Community Shield. And this is our inaugural event. And like Alex mentioned, we've been known for hosting charity matches, but now under an organization, we do want it to become an annual thing where we can raise funds and bring people out. And since we brought in these two key stars, and then we'd also be highlighting our director, who is Olex Anderson, and then also Kyle Edwards Sanchez. So just having these persons come out and play in this match, we're also inviting youth players to come through. So Vincent and youth players who are potentially of the age to receive scholarships. So we want them to be able to be highlighted in this match as well. And so this is December 16th, Saturday. It starts at 3 p.m. and it's at the ComSport Sporting Facility in Arnersville. So opposite Shell gas station in Arnersville, there's a dealership, and right through there you would find the facility. A very nice facility, and does a good job in terms of upkeep, and it will bring a great ambience to this event. It's nice and intimate, and it will bring a nice 8v8 kind of skills game under the lights eventually too. So we just want to invite everybody out to come out and support. We will have our donation box at the front of the event as well, so persons can come and give. It's a free event at the end of the day, so we want persons to come out and support, but also use their own discretion as to how they want to support in terms of our donation box being present. We'd also have food and drinks on sale, and that would also be towards the cause. And we also have other sponsorship initiatives. To touch quickly on that. So one initiative that we have for this match is something called Goal for a Cause. And in Goal for a Cause, we highlight 7 different types of goals. So whether it be a volley, a bicycle kick, a header, a free kick, a inside the box goal, outside the box goal. And what we do now is that we allow individuals to pledge. So they would receive a pledge sheet, and they can then, before the match starts, say, if this type of goal scores, I would like to pledge X amount of money.
Okay.
And during the match, once a goal scores, so say for example, Nolan scores, well, Nolan won't be in attendance, unfortunately, but if Husseini scores, then he scores outside the box. We highlighted Husseini Buddha scores 1-0, and this outside the box goal is brought to you by our highest pledger. So our highest pledger for that category of goal will receive the sponsorship of that type of goal, but all pledgers will receive recognition because all the pledges count for us.
Mm-hmm.
But this allows us to allow persons to, use the discretion, but also compete in some way, bring some excitement to it for persons who might not be familiar with have like a tutorial, so persons who might not be familiar with football can see these things and then choose how they want to pledge. So that's one other sponsorship initiative that we have going on. So we're just trying to diversify funding as much as possible, allow persons to think and understand that their money is going towards a transparent and accountable cause, because we will also, we definitely will be showing those youths that we have under our wing right now who are open to scholarship opportunities and these things. So that's Saturday, December 16th at Comsport facility, starting at 3 p.m. and going until, roll into the night for sure.
Okay. Unfortunately, we have to wrap up soon, but I have two
worries.
questions I want to ask you guys quickly. For those in the diaspora that's curious to see what the activity will be, would there be a live stream?
100%. So we launch our website. We have a networking event on Friday, and this networking event is geared towards bringing together corporate individuals as well as sporting organizations. And at this networking event, Cocktail Vibes, we also will be launching our website. So we will release more information on the website, on our social media platforms. And so on Saturday, we will be live streaming that game from our website as well. So it'll be all in one general location. The website will be open for donations as well, so person can donate and help out that way. So it will be live streamed by STV Online, and so look out for that. We'll share the link for sure.
Okay. Where is the networking event?
It's at Grenadine House. So the networking event is at Grenadine House Courtyard. It's from 5 to 7 p.m. So 2 hours. It's like geared so that business persons can stop in after work, collect brochures, stop by here more about our mission. There's entertainment by Resonance, the band. So shout out to Resonance. And the goal now is to be able to have it so that persons can come and enjoy the entertainment, learn more about our mission, and decide how they want to proceed in terms of signing up with us as stakeholders. Because we believe that every Vincentian has some resources, like we were able to reach out to WEFM and say, look, we want to get this out. And it's about working together at the end of the day, getting everybody on the same page. Everybody understands the mission, and after that, it's easy to just streamline everything.
Okay, and what are their social media handles for Athletes in Action?
So you can look for us on social media across Facebook and Instagram at Athletes in Action SVG. Right? So that's just Athletes in Action SVG. Anything you need regarding communication, you can reach out to us. If you have our personal Instagrams, just look for Shane Cadogan on Instagram. Also, shoot him a DM. He'd reply to you ASAP. Or you can look for myself, Alexander Cyrus, on Instagram right there and then. I want to say also, this is, if you're interested in football, also this is going to be a high caliber event. As we said and touched on earlier, this is featuring professional footballers. This is not something we get very often here in the island. And this is something that, we're trying to make happen to enable the youth also to, not just attendance, but, for inspiration also. And I'm very happy to be part of an event that, that bridges the gap between education and sport.
All right. Thanks for joining us on this morning, gentlemen. We look forward to the event on Friday and Saturday, and I wish you guys the best.
Keep up the good work. I wish we had more time, but because there were other questions, but keep
We
up the
have
good work.
time. We're growing and we'll be back.
Yes, hopefully you'll be back soon.
Good. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you so much.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.